Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Boston, Massachusetts, site to race number 29 and chase race number 3 here in the Reebok Truck Series for season number 5. Alongside me is a Massachusettsian himself, Stephen Paul III.
Look, it's glad to be back in Boston, Massachusetts, after being all around the country the last few weeks.
Yeah, you got to sleep in your own bed, right?
Yeah, first time in a month.
On the front row today will be Rob Evans, who's already punched his ticket into round 2 of the chase with the win last week at Edmonton. Looks to add 15 more bonus points to his chase hopes here tonight, or championship hopes today. Justice Wrigley, his teammate, will start alongside. It'll be Blake Coleman and Dylan Young in row 2. Dylan Young comes in as the bubble, 12th spot in the chase. Stephen Paul third, alongside Kyle Matthews, row 3, with Seb Kuklon, Paul Swanson, row 4. Emmanuel Gonzalez and RJ Reynolds make up row 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid. I hand over to Steven for his thoughts and predictions.
Well, there's two things to note here. So, looking at the season one is not what we can't get. But season three, William Duncan was eighth in points and missed the next round. So this race is very critical of performing well and executing to the end of the race here. William Duncan is the king of Boston, but he is not in this race. He won 3 times at this track between both series. So John Irvin, as we get to this last row, John Irvin started dead last. So the final row is Quinton and JT right here. He won from back there from that row, and he led him to the final 4.
Let's go trackside.
Drivers, start your engines.
Okay, continue.
I led him to a good points finish there. So starting position don't matter here, and all it matters for let's see, who is it? Seb Kuklon, 31st or better.
Yeah, so a few drivers kind of come into today knowing what they need to do. This is these scenarios are based on Dylan Young leading the most laps and finishing second, so that's important to note. Seb Kuklon, if he can finish 31st or better, will clinch his spot into round 2. Zach Flickinger, Joshua Hyatt, 23rd or better. Osman Hamid, 19th or better. Isaac Flickinger, 16th or better. And then everyone else, Ryan Hill, RJ Reynolds, Paul Swanson, Daniel Gidrook, Matthew Eves, Dylan Young, would have to finish top 15. Dylan Young has a 3-point buffer over the 80 of Joseph Bryant as the pace car is off. And we are green with the Pilot Travel Center 200.
Yeah, that was unsponsored.
yeah, what was the giveaway?
The generic sponsor name.
Actually, the generic sponsor names are generated off of trucks in the series. So, as Blake Coleman goes, Blake Coleman going for the race lead in turn number 3. They're going to be side by side at the line, and I think it's to Coleman, and yes, it is. So Rob Evans not able to get the 5 bonus points, although then again, points don't matter to the 55 here today.
Yeah, Evans is trying to get his third win in 3 different continents in his touring series, so this would be interesting for Rob here.
We're still on the North American continent.
Oh, wow. I need to go back to history classes. Here comes Seb Kuklon.
I forgot where Canada was located?
Those maple syrups up there. I forget about that.
Okay. So nearly 3 wide there. Ellison thinks better of it on his fellow Ford, as Kyle Matthews right now is stuck on the outside line. Was in 4th, is now going to lose that spot to the 10. Also going to lose a spot to 38 while he's at it.
And here comes the 80 right here. For some reason, we see a lot of weeks the 80s crash. They have yet to DNF a race yet.
Well, so far they've been good at being able to salvage runs, but the problem is they can't salvage a run today. They need to be finishing up front, 13th on the points for Joseph Bryant coming in.
Nobody who has advanced from this round who is at the bottom cut out has run to the championship 4, so not a good omen to be at the bottom. 3 wide.
3 wide here. RJ Reynolds, Dylan Young, and Srigley on the outside. That's 2 chasers.
Oh, man.
Nearly contact there between the 35 and the 2, as I saw Kev Shear on the outside line as well.
76 way up high.
As RJ continues to try and find his way around the 2 of Dylan Young. RJ Reynolds came in this race 8th in points. If he could have finished 8th or better, it doesn't matter where Dylan Young finishes. But that said, if he can keep Dylan Young in his sights, basically that will solidify RJ Reynolds' spot in the next round.
Wrigley off the track again, struggling with the handling of that truck.
Oh, nearly 3 wide there. 05 of Stephen Paul III, the hometown boy in the middle of it.
Seth Cole is the only former touring winner here at Boston. He won in the Hooters Series. Nobody else in the field has won this track.
And Matthew Eves, who started 12th, has already fallen to last right now, but now gets to that inside line.
Yeah, Jess has got 4 straight top 10, trying to get there, and man, they're getting so close to wreck.
And problems, the field is split. We're hearing problems for the 11, and yes, the piston is out. Joshua Hyatt is out of this race. 4th
And
in the
Hyatt
points coming in.
Wow, pulling a William Duncan from season 3 right there. Ouch.
As Ellison makes a move inside the top 5. This is on our points leader, Rob Evans, right now, actually. This is for 3rd spot. The 38 is flying through this field right now.
Yeah, great job. Ellison is yet to win yet. His best finish was 2nd in Michigan, losing to a photo finish to Ryan Hill.
Yeah. And then twice he's actually had a very good car, and it has actually led quite a few laps, and then just hasn't gotten the finish that they deserve.
Definitely the team who's on the move is the 32 team. They have had, besides the 42nd of Texas, 4 out of the last 5 top 16 runs. So catching fire at a good time. As here comes Kyle on the inside. The North looks for a winner.
Kyle looking for 3rd on James Ellison, and now trying to follow through as well is going to be the 80 of Joseph Bryant, trying to capitalize now on the misfortunes of the 11.
Blake Coleman's best finish was actually at the race. Rob Evans also won a pole with 2nd place. So maybe Rob Evans winning a pole is good omen for Blake Coleman.
Are you talking about Watkins Glen?
Yeah, he finished 2nd in that race, and that's where Rob won his first career pole and the 2nd career pole now that he's leading this race.
As Kyle Matthews looking for 2nd on Seb Kuklan. If I'm Seb, I'm not really fighting this too hard, truth be told.
At one point, Kyle Matthews was the Chris Watcher of the series, could never win. Now he's got 2 wins coming into at the time of this
one of them this
so.
season, one of them last season at Kentucky. So Kuklan up the track. Joseph Bryant now up into 4th, and Sky Combs trying to make a move on his teammate here for 5th.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I would love to see a cup race here, but going on non-sponsorless is not going to help that cause.
Yeah, this track has never had the best of luck finding race sponsors, has it?
Well, NASCAR number sites moving it to this track. We go to the Cup Series.
Is that what it is? Paul Swanson makes the move on Ellison. That is for 6th. Rob Evans has now gone to the inside line. He's going to try and follow him through as well.
Yeah, we've seen these 64 of Isaac having a very quiet chase so far. Hasn't really flashed much in this chase round.
But doing enough to really make sure that he'll actually advance, it looks like. So that's really all that matters. Survive and advance, right?
That's right. And after this race, we'll see 4 drivers back to the normal schemes.
True. As Joseph Bryant now is caught Seb Kuklan, but not before Sky Commons makes a move on the inside. Thinks better of it.
Yeah, the Bristol winner this season is Blake Coleman pulling one of curious.
Actually, Kyle Matthews starting to catch back up to that 51 truck now. Manuel Gonzalez apparently with the fastest lap of the race. He's back here in he's on the outside line. He's in the 14th position last time by. He's going to get back to the inside there at least and go underneath the 05 as Stephen Paul III. Has Osman Hamid behind him.
So according to my notes, the 51 has never won in this series before. Interesting fact.
Does not surprise me, actually. I don't think the 51's really... I never have thought of the 51 as a very successful number in this series, as Joseph Bryant makes a move for 3rd. Still side-by-side off turn number 4. Sky Commons trying to push the 80 truck through and try and follow as well. Paul Swanson looking on as well, trying to see which line's going to move. Meanwhile, side-by-side for the lead. Here comes the 24.
I jinxed it.
Yes, you did.
Well, and the side note, the 51's finished 4th 4 times, 2nd 4 times with 3 different drivers.
Well, we have our first lead change of the day as Blake Coleman leads the first 17 laps, but it's Kyle Matthews leading lap 18.
Matthew Eves is back up to 10th. Great job. He was 24th about 10 laps ago.
42nd, you mean? He was. Oh yeah, it was 24th. I'm sorry. I forgot. There was that break in the pack. Yeah, that's what happened there.
Great job. A lot of chasers in that shot right there.
Yep, you have Swanson, Bryant, Flickinger, Kukulon. Matthew Eves making the move on Ryan Houston. That's Kyle's teammate there. That's running in was running in 8th position.
Yeah, and there comes Seth Cole, who's trying to untie himself from the record tie with James Shelley for most career wins.
That mark set at 7 right now. Seth's still looking for his first win of the season here in this series.
Yeah, it has been a while. Seth hasn't won since, season 3, where he won every single season up to that point.
Seb Kukulon now trying to make the move on Joseph Bryant. Kukulon just basically needing to ride at this point, especially if it's only a 24 truck main pack.
The Duraline team has run 2 seasons. They won with Ebrahimi at Bristol last year, and obviously at Barber a few weeks ago.
Yeah, no one really penciled them in as a chaser, but hey.
Yeah,
it is what it
Tony
is.
Stewart 2.0, I guess.
As Isaac Flickinger now trying to make the move again on Paul Swanson. Can't quite make it stick there on the 30. As Coleman now back to the back bumper of the 24. Will he make a move into turn 1?
Yeah, the 51's been run by Jeff and Wayne James, Chris Louviere, and now it's ran season 1, 3, and 5, so it will not be back next year.
By that logic, yeah. I feel like it's gonna be back. I think and that trend as Seb Kukulon's up in the wall.
Yeah, tire wear.
Got forced up there a little bit by these 00 of Matthew Eves. Now almost 3 wide there. Ellison doesn't force the issue.
I think that was mainly tire wear right there.
Well, 32 was on the outside of the 00 going into turn 3. Not quite sure what caused him to be as far up as he was. Flirting with disaster again, though, the next time around here on lap 24.
Isn't that a song?
What?
Flirting with disaster.
If it is, I haven't heard it. As James Ellison now that they're not going to be 3 wide, makes the move on the 80 of Joseph Bryant. This is for 9th position.
Way up the groove.
Yep, up the track goes the 80. Seb Kukulon on the outside, 3 wide there now down the front straightaway.
Hey, this is Trevor Germain. I haven't talked much about him in the last few weeks.
As Osman Hamid almost riding on the door there of the 32 as they were going through 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's the same truck John Irwin came from the back to the front last week. As
Kukulon nearly got the wall again.
This is not what he needs for sure.
As he starts to fall back farther and farther, still stuck on the outside 3 wide as they go into turn 1. And now losing spots to chasers as well.
Yeah, Carter Paula passing the bottom RJ. I think I said another chaser behind there.
Oh, there's Rob Evans right behind him on that outside line. No other chasers really noticeable in the shot, although now I see one of them just at the very corner of it. As Blake Coleman has grabbed the lead back from the 24 of Kyle Matthews.
Great job. Kyle Matthews up in the wrong spot in the tire, where you can see the last lap time 24:05, best lap was 22:89.
Well, so and if you look at the guy who's on the inside line, 24:10 that time around compared to 22:8.
Well, we're definitely going to be having green flag pit stops.
As Matthew Eves is now up to 3rd. Here comes Isaac Flickinger trying to make a move again on the 30.
Eves was 24th at one point. That is amazing.
Tire wear good on these Toyotas apparently.
Yeah, they're not as fast, so they can not burn as much tires.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, the damn cheating Yodas.
As chasers run 3, 4, and 5. And then we go back to another bout of chasers here with Dylan Young, Joseph Bryant, Osman Hamid watching on as well.
Yes, here comes 88. And nope.
Joseph Bryant gets a run on the 21. Not going to be able to make a move into turn 1. But Dylan Young's going to try and follow, and he's actually going to make a move on the 80 of Joseph Bryant off turn 2.
It's amazing to see the 21 up here. They've had a lot of bad luck as they're ahead of the battle between these two.
You know, I have a feeling like your thought that they would be leading a potential LASCAR championship is not entirely true.
They finished last a lot this season.
True, but either way, Seth Cole now makes the move on Ryan Houston for 7th.
We'll get him a little plaque and mail it out.
Oh, Houston drove it into
man.
turn 3, but it didn't stick, and now he's going to lose the spot to the 52, possibly going to lose the spot to the 38 as well. And hopefully Joseph Bryant's not thinking about 3 wide. He dives it in on the 21.
Yeah, not surprised. 25 with the trowel. Oh, God. Allison almost took out Seth Cole there.
Didn't quite get to the rear quarter panel there, as I thought for a second Kyle Matthews was closing back in on the 51. Turns out I was not correct.
I see.
We might have lost Steven there.
Back of the field.
Go ahead. You want to try that again? We lost about half of that.
We might be catching the back of the field.
Yeah, we are, because there's a wreck involving Chad White.
Man, I'm just really good.
So the caution flies for the first time today, and involves Chad White, possibly James Qualls, and regardless, it is a spin on the front straightaway that brings out the caution for the first time today, and most likely will bring the field to pit lane.
That's for sure, with how bad the tires are. Oh, Sabrina Rogers, huh?
Did they stack up? I'm not quite. They might have. I don't know. Either way, field coming down the pit lane. We'll show you the pit stops first, and then we'll take you back to show you what happened.
All the drivers. 4 missed the field goals. No 2.
The drivers are wanting 4. We'll see if the crews give them 4.
They're gonna have to put some Matchbox tires on the right side if they're gonna run with only 2 tires here.
As field comes to their pit stalls slowly but surely. Rob Evans is going to have that first pit stall in pit lane, I would think. 2 tires for the 51, right as the 55 was coming into his pit stall.
Horrible call. I can't believe the decision.
So Blake Coleman goes with 2. Matthew Eves comes out 2nd. Matthews 3rd. Isaac Flickinger 4th. And Paul Swanson 5th. Let's go ahead and take you back and show you what happened. Taking a look at what happened coming off turn number 4. Chad White's going to come up the track right into the 03.
Ooh. Yeah, Chad White was not clear on that Geico.
Good job to actually make this not be bigger than it could have been.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need that insurance.
All honesty, I'd probably put that one more on Chad White for coming up, but hey, that's just me. With that said, let's go ahead and go back to the restart. And while we were getting ready to go back green, we found chaos on pit lane. Watch what happens as the 25 comes out of his pit.
Johnny
tries to come into it. Collision is made, and right into the back of the 88 of Osman Hamid.
The 20, yeah, 22 is going to get a piece of it.
22 gets a piece of that as well.
Damn, Johnny, you took out the race tile sponsored truck.
No, that's actually the 22.
Yeah, he hit the 20. Well, yeah, the 22 got involved.
And unfortunately, what that would do is it ends the 25's day, but also 88 and 19 getting towed back to the pit. They are going to lose a lot of time here, and Hamid's chase hopes might very well be going up in smoke, basically, because of that pit collision. So with that, let's go ahead and go back to the restart now. And we're back, getting ready to go back green with what will be 12 laps to go. Stephen Paul III also sitting on pit lane as he overshot the pit, and the team is having to serve a penalty for that one. Blake Coleman is the race leader over Matthew Eves, Kyle Matthews, Isaac Flickinger, Paul Swanson, Sky Commons, easy for me to say, Seth Cole, Dylan Young, James Ellison, Joseph Bryant, and Joseph Bryant's top 10. Looks like those drivers are now actually getting service, so they will rejoin the race. It looks like, I think, 2 laps down. as we are green once again.
Yeah, see if East can make a move. East been the biggest mover of this race so far.
Apparently, actually, just one lap down. So lucky for them in that regard, but unfortunately for them, they're not going to get a restart where they can actually take advantage of it. As here comes Eves trying to make it 2 in a row for TRD Racing.
Yeah, the Kentucky winner. Here comes Isaac Flickinger, too, on the bottom side, trying to make it a 4-time winner this year.
As Eves at the stripe will lead. 5 bonus points for the 00, who comes into this race 11th in the points.
51 strong on the high side, though.
64 now gets hung up high by the 30 of Paul Swanson. Matthews makes the move into second. Now wants the lead, though, as they go into turn 3.
Swanson's trying to get his 5th career win. His last one was at Martinsville.
As Eves still leads at the line, but they're side-by-side now into turn 1. Swanson is side-by-side with the 51 for 3rd, as Sky Commons takes 5th away from the 64.
Good move right there by Commons, right? A veteran driver. Here he comes the ball, and Coleman drop back. I'm telling you, those 2 tires were not a good idea.
Well, the thing is, I think everyone, based on the pit times that we saw, everyone took 2. It's just the 51 was a sitting duck on that restart, as Kyle Matthews back in front.
Yeah, Eve's trying to battle on the high side right there. Just cannot get that momentum.
But looks like he should be able to fall back in line as well, as the battle is on for 3rd with Sky Commons and Paul Swanson. Eves is able to do so. And now trying to fend off actually from Sky Commons. 67's handling well right now on the restart. He wants 2nd away from the 00.
Yeah, we're on race 29. Commons' last one was race 3 at Bristol, so he's trying to eke out another one. His 4th career win, I believe, would it be?
Sounds about right. I don't exactly know. As he looks it up, Commons goes
5th.
and takes... Oh, it'd be his 5th?
Yeah, he has 3 plate wins, too, to his name. So.
Commons takes 2nd away from Eves. Here comes Coleman back to the inside of the 00 for 3rd.
Yeah, there comes Jermaine. It's been about 71 races to his last one at Texas.
As Jermaine now finds his way into the top 5, going to try and battle the 00.
Eves,
00 drove it in hard. Here comes the 30.
That's contact.
Oh,
That's
3 wide with chasers there down the front straightaway.
How did they save that race truck?
Somehow the 00 does not wreck, and somehow they get back to 2 wide through 1 and 2.
Eves was digging on that junior line.
Well, it didn't stick for him either. That's the thing. Although it stuck when it mattered most. Joseph Bryant now takes the spot away, though. That's going to be for top chaser of the day.
Yep, as 4 non-chasers in the top 4.
As the battle is on for 5th, Jermaine wants 3rd away from the 51.
He must have took 4. He might have.
I don't think so. Looking at the pit times, they're all under 10 seconds.
Oh,
as Eves is up in the wall.
Oh my God, the Crayola
loses a ton of ground there off turn 4. 4, 5, maybe even 6 spots. Might even be 7 by the time it's done.
He needs to sharpen his Crayola color right here, because he's not driving through sharp right now.
Now going to lose a spot to even his teammate as they come off turn number 2,
Whoa,
possibly.
Man. They're driving hard.
Eves still driving hard into turn 3. He's going to get the wall again.
Matthew Eves, no talent right now.
Driving hard, but they need to calm him down, basically. Get him to reel it in a little bit. As Ellison takes a spot away from the 30 of Swanson. That's for 8th.
Jermaine is a cool 69 seconds back. Can he get to the 24?
You mean 69 hundredths, not seconds.
Yeah. It can
69 seconds would be about 3 laps.
Yeah. Ask RJ Reynolds at 3 unit. That's possible. But that's
as the caution is out again with 2 to go. They wrecked
wreck
on the front straightaway.
Big truck.
And it's a green-white checkered finish from Boston as they were going to come to the white flag to take the caution.
Oh,
as
man.
now
And Trevor Jermaine
is Matthews in a good spot.
No.
As the field slows, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened to bring out the caution for the 2nd time today. Taking a look at what happened coming off turn number 4, JT Bryant was coming to pit lane. And then 33 squeezes up into the 81, and Seb Kuklon gets a piece of it.
Yep, and then up in here. Oh, big hit. And then 76.
Wrigley
Nowhere to
gets a
go.
piece of it as well.
Qualls
Before
gets in.
Sacco just barely misses. Chad White gets
Oh,
in another one.
had nowhere to go right there. So the 81's definitely not on the green-white checkered. So we'll see
I
what
guess it
happens.
depends on if they can make it back around, but it does not look good for our defending champion. As let's go ahead and take you back to the restart here from Boston. Field is rolling through 3 and 4 now as we get set for the green-white checkered here at Boston. Kyle Matthews on pole. Does Trevor Jermaine have anything for him, or does even Blake Coleman out of 5th have another amazing start in him? As we are green for 2 more laps at Boston.
I think Kyle's got it right here. Can Jermaine be able to make a move on the bottom side of the track?
Kyle got a good start, but is it going to be too big of a jump? As here comes the 37. He's going to clear the 67 off turn 2.
37's going to have... No, here comes Coleman.
Blake Coleman trying to make a move. Is not going to be able to get there. They're going to be single file for the top 3 spots, maybe even top 4 as they come off turn 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go as they're side by side for 3rd.
Jermaine's going to have one shot at it. That's time for Scott up his best great finish. We can pass it right there. He's going to have one shot of it. Here he comes.
Well, Jermaine's going to have 3 and 4. One final shot to prevent Kyle Matthews from his 2nd win of the season. Through 3 and 4, Jermaine is going to be there, but can he make a move? Side by side, it's not going to be in time. Matthews wins.
What a finish. 3rd career win. Could you believe it after last year he had 3 wins at this point?
He didn't get a single win in his first 2 seasons actually in this. Was thinking he was cursed. Finally gets a win at Kentucky of all places. And then now is a 2-time winner this season for 3 career wins. Jermaine comes up just shy, ends up 58,000 short of his 2nd career win.
Something we got to know here. 35th for Kukulon. He was 31st or better.
Yep. But Dylan Young also didn't lead the most laps, so he's got that going for him. I think he's safe, truthfully. Part of it also was that clinch scenario was to stay ahead of Dylan Young. That wasn't to stay ahead of Joseph Bryant.
That's true.
To stay ahead of Joseph Bryant would have been 32nd or better, and Joseph Bryant only finished 9th. So, top 10 today: Kyle Matthews, Trevor Jermaine, Scott Upton, Paul Swanson, Dylan Young, Blake Coleman, Mohamed Zainadullah, Sky Commons, Joseph Bryant, and Isaac Flickinger. So one thing with those results, what we do know is that Paul Swanson will advance because no chaser finished ahead of him. It looks safe to say Dylan Young will advance. We know Rob Evans obviously advanced on the win. Isaac Flickinger does clinch his chase spot into the round of 12. And I'd be safe to say that Joseph Bryant's going to move in. Steven, your final thoughts?
It was a good race. The tire wear has definitely made it interesting with people sliding hitting the wall. Green-white checkered always messes things up. Great recovery. We check the bottom here real quick. Gittero nowhere to be seen. That might be elimination for them. Isaac Flickinger, solid, quiet top 10. Just his top 10 streak ends, but still a top 15 streak. McDougal having one of his best top 20 runs of the season. I'll go back to the top real quick.
Actually, he didn't fall back as far as we thought he would have, starting 16th there, or restarting 16th.
Yeah, Paul Swanson starts a little bit of bleeding between both series here. Sabrina Rogers 16th and Ellison 14th having a fast car. Eves recovered to 11th. The next 3 races in the round are we're going to Lime Rock, Irwindale, and Talladega. So Lime Rock has always been one of the interesting road courses, and Rob Evans is the road course king apparently lately. So good job advancing, Rob. So we'll see what happens next time the trucks run out there. I'm going to miss the home state, though. It might be the last time we come here.
Well, probably what will happen is it's off the schedule for like 1 season maybe, and then comes back again. That's usually what ends up happening. With that said, congrats to Kyle Matthews on the win. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. The point standings are coming up right after this, where you'll see the 12 drivers who make it to advanced, and the 4 drivers who, from here on, the best they can do is finish in the 5th spot in points. With that said, for Stephen Paul III, I'm going Fantana 1, and this has been a production of the NRSL. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys. Good win for Kyle.